Welcome to Landscapes of Power. Today we're going to talk about how the Titanic became a legend of tragedy sea. The Titanic. Just the mention of that name conjures up images of grandeur, elegance, and, ultimately, tragedy. It's a story that has captured hearts and minds for over a century. But how did a ship, once hailed as the epitome of luxury and innovation, become a legend of tragedy at sea? Let's take a moment to unravel this tale, not just as a historical event, but as a profound narrative that resonates with our collective understanding of ambition, hubris, and the fragility of life. In the early 20th century, the Titanic was born out of an era of fierce competition in the transatlantic passenger industry. The White Star Line sought to build a vessel that would not only be the largest, but also the most luxurious. This was a time when ocean travel was the pinnacle of sophistication, and the Titanic was designed to be a floating palace. It boasted grand staircases, lavish dining rooms, and even a swimming pool. Can you imagine that? A swimming pool on a ship! It was a marvel of engineering, a symbol of progress, and a testament to human ingenuity. People flocked to book their tickets, dreaming of crossing the Atlantic in style. The Titanic was more than just a ship. It was a promise of adventure, a ticket to a new life. But beneath that glimmering surface, there were cracks forming, literally and metaphorically. The ship was dubbed unsinkable, a claim that would soon be put to the ultimate test. The very confidence that propelled its design and construction would become its Achilles' heel. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, embarking on its maiden voyage. Passengers included the rich and famous, as well as those seeking a better future in America. Everyone was excited, filled with hope, and perhaps a touch of arrogance. After all, they were aboard the most advanced ship of its time. But as the Titanic glided across the Atlantic, there was an air of complacency. Safety protocols were overlooked, lifeboats were insufficient for the number of passengers, and ice warnings were dismissed. It was as if the very notion of danger had been cast aside in the face of such opulence. And then came the fateful night of April 14, 1912. The Titanic struck an iceberg, a moment that would echo through history. It's easy to imagine the disbelief, the shock, the confusion that swept through the ship. The unsinkable ship was sinking. The chaos that ensued was unimaginable. Passengers, once sipping champagne and basking in luxury, were now scrambling for their lives. The contrast couldn't be starker. It was a collision of dreams and nightmares. The lifeboats were launched, but not nearly enough for everyone. There's something haunting about the accounts of that night. The cries for help, the desperate attempts to save loved ones, the stark reality that wealth and status meant nothing when faced with death. It's a sobering reminder that in moments of crisis, we're all just human beings, stripped of our titles and possessions, clinging to life. As the Titanic sank into the icy depths of the Atlantic, over 1,500 souls perished. The tragedy was not just in the loss of life, but in the stories that were cut short. Each person on that ship had dreams, aspirations, families waiting for them. In the aftermath, the world was left reeling. How could this happen? How could a ship so grand, so celebrated, meet such a catastrophic fate? The questions lingered like ghosts, haunting the survivors and the families of those lost. In the wake of the disaster, the Titanic became a symbol of human folly. Investigations revealed a litany of failures, poor safety practices, inadequate lifeboat provisions, and a culture of overconfidence. It was a wake-up call that rippled through maritime laws and regulations, reshaping the industry forever. But beyond the legal ramifications, the Titanic became a cautionary tale, a reminder that no matter how far we push the boundaries of innovation, we must also respect the forces of nature and the limits of our own hubris. The legend of the Titanic didn't stop with the sinking. It evolved into a narrative that captivated generations. Books, films, documentaries, each retelling the story in a new light. We've seen the Titanic romanticized, dramatized, and dissected. It's a tale that resonates because it touches on universal themes: ambition, tragedy, love, and loss. The Titanic has become more than just a ship. It's a metaphor for our own aspirations and the risks we take in pursuit of them. Think about it. We all have our own Titanics, don't we? Projects we pour our hearts into, dreams we chase with reckless abandon. Sometimes we find success, and sometimes we face failure. The story of the Titanic serves as a reminder to balance ambition with caution, to recognize our limits, and to cherish the moments we have. It teaches us that life is fragile, that tragedy can strike when we least expect it. Today, the wreck of the Titanic lies on the seabed, a haunting reminder of that fateful night. It has become a site of pilgrimage for many, a place where history and memory intertwine. The stories of those who perished continue to be told, ensuring that their dreams and lives are not forgotten. The Titanic is not just a legend of tragedy, it's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a narrative that encourages us to reflect on our own lives and the legacies we leave behind. So, the next time you hear the name Titanic, remember, it's more than just a ship that sank. It's a story woven into the fabric of our history, a narrative that encourages us to dream, to love, and to live fully, even in the face of uncertainty. The Titanic may have become a legend of tragedy at sea, but its lessons continue to resonate on land, reminding us that we are all part of this vast, unpredictable ocean of life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe for more history updates.